Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your weekend time with us in this information webinar. My name is Chang. I have graduated from SEO-V Spring Class 2015 doing intern for KPMG, and I'm working as a financial analyst in Doha, Qatar. Today, I'll be the facilitator for this webinar. Let's first begin with our speaker's introduction. Thao, can you go first?
Sure. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Yeah.
And see you clearly.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So hi everyone. My name is Tao. I'm the SEO-V summer intern of 2014. I was an intern at Doha Institute. Right now, I'm the recruitment manager for the spring program 2016. So we expect that you're gonna receive a lot of emails from me. I'm a senior student in marketing at the University of Texas at Dallas, and I will be graduating next year. So that's it.
All right. Thank you. Oslin, how about you?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Aslan. You can also call me Tu Nguyen. I'm the SEO intern in summer class of 2014. I'm currently working at Everest Education at marketing and business development analyst. And besides that, I also volunteer to give back to SEO as the operation director of summer program 2015.
Thank you, Oslin. Hạnh, can you continue?
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Han, and I graduated from Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, major in mathematics and economics. I joined in SEO-Vietnam's recruiting program 2015, intern as an analyst in the investment banking department of Saigon Security and Corporation. I'm very happy today with you guys.
Thank you, Hạnh. Last but not least, Mylan, can you continue?
Sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Mylan. I am from the summer SEO class in 2015. Now I'm third-year student at National University of Singapore. Very happy to spend it tonight with you guys.
Thank you all so much. So our guest speakers would be more than willing to answer any questions. So please, if you have any, leave it on the comments below so we can see it. Now let's go to our first part. Can you introduce the general information about SEO Spring 2016, Oslin?
Yep, sure. My pleasure. So for the program introduction, so Spring Career Program 2016 will be in roughly 8 to 10 weeks. So you can expect to start the program in the third week of January, and it will end at like the third week of March 2016. And the program has like basic components as internship in placement. So at the same time, you will participate in events of SEO such as speaker series, career talk, and the network opportunities with our employer partners and mentors. So the location is that like no matter where you are, so in roughly 8 weeks, you will all fly to Ho Chi Minh City and participate all of our sessions. So which one who can apply to our program? So students of all majors, so currently enrolled in both undergraduate and graduate levels overseas or in Vietnam, and also recent graduates no sooner than December 2014 are encouraged to explore and apply to our Spring Career Program 2016. And the deadline for the application we will mention a lot today is like 11:59 p.m. on the 30th of September 2015. Yeah,
Great, thank you so much for your introduction. So now one of the most general concerns that we receive from the candidates is application and recruitment process. But we are lucky today to have Ms. Thao, recruitment manager for this spring program. So Thao, can you help us clear this inquiry?
Yeah, sure. I will be happy to do that. So we have 3 application routes for the recruitment process. The first route will be online application. So your online application will be reviewed to determine that if you're qualified for the program, and the deadline is, as Colin said before, is September the 30th. And then the second route, only shortlist applicants will be invited to have an interview with SEO-V representatives. The interview will be conducted via phone or Skype within late October and early November. And then the third route is going to be employer interview. Selected candidates will receive notifications from the recruitment team announcing the list of available positions for them for the spring program. Each applicant will be able to choose up to 5 positions, and recruitment team will help them communicate with the parts of the positions of interest. However,
Mm-hmm.
whether or not that they receive the interview from the partner employers, it entirely depends on them after they review the resume and their application. So only when you accept an offer from our partner employer will you be able to become an officer intern of SEOV program spring 2016, and you will know about this decision by the end of December. And then, so what we're looking for in our applicants. So there are 4 qualities that SEO will be looking for. First one is leadership potential, whether you're a leader of the group at school or in other activities. Whether you have the second one is the commitment to community service. We're always looking for people who want to contribute back to the community. So as you see here, we all contribute back to SEO Vietnam right now. The third thing is academic excellence. So you have to show that you have a good excellent academic result at school and then in other competitions or exams. And then finally, it's a strong appetite for learning. We learn a lot throughout the program, the summer, or in the spring. So they expect to open a lot of learning opportunities. So Chan asked me to tell you about some application tips. So for me, essay is very important. We already have the PDF version of the application online on our Facebook page. So you get a glimpse of what the essay look like. So please make sure that you can showcase the 4 qualities that I've mentioned above. And then the easiest way for you is to do it in STAR format. So it stands for situation, task, action, and result. So in the essay, be concise, to the point, and convey your experience, examples in the STAR format. So that's my advice for you all.
Okay, thank you, Thao, for your great information. So, do you have anything to add on to the application tips, Jihang?
One more thing I would like to add is that you should not wait until the very late to apply or submit your application. It would be great that if you can start it early, especially the essay part, keep a dumb version of it and try to help you. That will make you review your essay in every aspect just to make it perfect before sending it out.
Okay, how about you, Jilan? Do you have anything to add on?
So to add on that, I would like to emphasize on the content of your essays. So besides a resume, this piece of writing is what you can use to show us how special you are and how you have demonstrated the values that SEO is looking for. So be yourself, show us your interest, your passion, and how you fit into our program. Also make use of the STAR framework that Tal mentioned before. Be specific, clear, and concise, and try to quantify your results whenever possible.
Okay, thank you all so much. Now let me summarize the main points. Our recruitment process includes 3 rounds in total. The deadline for the first round application form will be on 30th September. So hurry up and start writing your application now and don't wait until the last minute. Now, I also believe our candidates would really love to listen to the personal sharing that each alumni had with SEOV. So I'll begin with my own journey. Actually, in SEOV, I met people of really great minds. They became later my teammates and then my brothers and sisters. I learned how to be professional and I met a network of really great people that inspired me to do great in life. So if I have to wrap up SEOV in one word, that would be my second home. So that's my experience. How about you, Tao Tao? How do you feel about SEOV?
Sure. So if someone asks me one word to describe SLV, it's going to be mentorship or network. So as an SLV intern, you will be matched with a mentor. Then he will guide you through the business case study. And then other than your mentor, you have a lot of opportunities to meet with other professionals and maybe a lot in your field of interest. So for example, in summer 2014, we met Ankhang in a training section at the beginning of the program. And then we follow up with him and he was kind enough to open a cracking marketing class for marketing students. So yeah, believe me, in SEO-Vietnam, you'll be meet a lot of people like that. You can ask them out for a dinner or a coffee to learn more about their experience, and you can also ask them to mentor you on the subject that you interest. So it's definitely mentorship that I want to highlight your experience in SEO program.
Great. Oslin, how about you? Can you also share your story?
Okay, so for me, I would choose the word network to describe my SEO experience. So it's like a mix of like the words of like Trang and Thao. So the both like friends for life and also like the network of mentors and a lot of employer partners. So in my year 20 summer 2014, so I worked at Internet Everest Education, and at that time we had 4 interns in total. So after 2 months, we became really close, like not only internally, but we also share like a lot of interests with other fellow interns in the size of like roughly 57 interns of our class, and we are really close friends. So like until now, like after more than 1 year of the SEO experience, we still keep in touch, and we share a lot of like our goals, like personal goals, like dreams and like plans. So it's a really fantastic experience about career
Mm.
advice. So I got the chance to meet a lot of like respective like mentors and guest speaker, and I can learn from each of the stories a lot of inspiration to be really consistent and achieve what I want in my career. So it's like a really powerful support system. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, great. Mylan, how about you? Your experience must have been fresh because you've just graduated in summer, right?
Right, right. So for me, one word to describe my SEO experience would be fun. I got to know people from different backgrounds and to work with them together as a group. And I still remember that we worked on a project with Saigon Heat, the basketball team, and we competed in teams for tickets to watch the basketball games. So that was really exciting. And what's even more fun was that every time my group had a meeting, we went to explore a new coffee shop in Saigon. And I think at the end of SEO, I would have tried all the exotic coffee shops around the city. And our class also went on a 2-day bonding trip. So we spent the whole night talking and sharing our story with each other. And that's how we made lifelong friends from SEO.
Mm.
So yeah,
Mm.
do apply for SEO, and I'm sure that your experience will be as fun and rewarding as mine.
Yeah, how cool. So last but
Yeah.
not least, Hạnh Ding, do you want to share?
One thing I really appreciate when joining SEO Vietnam is the reapplication of what I have learned through my 4 year in university and through SEO training session. Because we had the business case study competition and a community service project, that's the chance for me to utilize my knowledge, my soft skills, technical skill, and also my network to build a real business case and to accomplish the goal. And besides that, I can experience the very intensive workload because we need to do both the internship and different projects of SEO. And that's a chance for me to improve my endurance, my patience, and a lot of more soft skills. So I can say that this 3 months is kind of the reflection of what I have learned and who am I. So then one word when I think of SEO is practical.
Mm-hmm. So thank you all so much. So SEOV to us is a place where we can call second home that could give us the network that give us support, mentorship, and also we can have fun there as well as having experiences that could apply to real life. So where in Vietnam can you find such an amazing program? Let's start applying now and be a part of our great impact. So moving to our next part, we'll be answering questions received through our registration form. And also, if you have any question, please comment below so we can see it. The first question is for Thao Thao. Uh, I'm opening the question now. So, who should be eligible or suitable for applying to this program, and when is the appropriate time that they should apply?
Yeah, happy to answer that question. So students of all majors enrolling both undergrad or graduate levels overseas or Vietnam, and also recent graduates no sooner than December 2014 are encouraged to explore and apply SEO Vietnam. So personally, for me, the best time for you to apply for these programs probably in your junior and senior year, when the network that SEO-Vietnam and also the career development section that we provide will have immediate impact on you and your career searching. We also take placement in the program, but be assured that it's going to be very competitive because we expect to find a lot of leadership experience and academic excellence results. So welcome to apply, but that's going to be very competitive.
Thank you so much. So the next question, let's see what's the next question. The next question, is pre-working experiences necessary to apply for SEOV? Mylan, can you help us answer this question?
Sure. So for the previous working experience, it really depends on the company and the position that you apply for. So if they are big corporations in areas like finance, accounting, or consulting, generally I would say they would be more likely to prefer people with working experience. But there are also positions that may not require previous experience where you can consider. So as long as you find your background and your skills fit with the job requirement, and more importantly, you are able to articulate your ability and interest, then you may stand a chance.
Okay, so the third question that we received is the successful rates and the partner firm that would join us in this spring career program. So I think I will be the one who answer this question. Probably, as you may or may not know, the number of applicants we received this year for both spring and summer program is around 600. But our class size for both programs is only 60 interns. So with simple calculation, the admission rate we can calculate is around 10%. It's not very high, but I think you should just be confident in yourself and express yourself to us, and who knows, you will be our next intern. About the partner firms, we haven't finalized yet who will be our official partners for the spring program. But over the past, our partners are all leading firms in Vietnam, ranging from accounting and finance such as Big Four, Horizon Capital, Vina Capital, or manufacturing like Kindle or Vinamilk, as well as education like Everest Education, and marketing e-commerce like Zalora or Lazada. So don't worry, we guarantee your best internship experience with our partner firms. So moving to our next question, what are the opportunities that SEOV bring? Can you help us answer this question, Henry?
Yeah, of course. One of the most valuable things SEOV can bring to every intern is the network. Now you may not imagine how wide it is, but for sure after being in SEOV family, you can meet a lot of amazing people, including experts in different industries like finance, IT, marketing, consultancy, e-commerce, education. And you can meet a lot of interesting alumni and students, different backgrounds, different majors, different countries. And it is your chance to receive much career advice and personal support, as well as listen to their stories, their motivations, and their strategies to overcome the obstacles. But of course, it highly depends on yourself in the way that how active you are to reach out and expose yourself in the training session and in networking events. But trust me, be proactive and be open-minded, and don't be shy to join in the valuable network this year.
Okay, thank you so much. So moving to the fifth question, very interesting. How could I impress SEOV in my application? Thao Thao, can you help us?
Yeah, definitely. So how to impress? So based on my experience as a candidate and also as a recruiter and interviewer for the past program, I must say the first online application is very important. So we look at your resume and your essays, trying to find out the core qualities that I told you about. So make sure that you can find relevant examples that can showcase your leadership potential, commitment to community service, and academic excellence, and a desire to learn and learn a lot. So please make sure that you use examples that you're comfortable with, that you're very familiar with, that you can talk with us all about it, because we definitely go to that question, that experience again in the second round, which is the interview. So how to make your essay stand out? I know that we have a word limit of 250. It's not a lot to say. So be smart in your word choice and be concise. Use relevant examples and tie it to the star format. It makes it easier to read your essays because you know that we receive 200 or 400 applications per season. So we don't really so those who concise to the point and interesting definitely stand out. And one tip for me is that we always look for the level of commitment and then the tangible results in any activities that you talk about. So if you're in an organization, make sure that you show us how important you are and what kind of activities or projects you take on, and show us the tangible result in number, like you recruit how many people, you organize events, or how many people, or you have sponsorship or get money donation, how much is that. So let us know. And final tip for the application is proofreading. So, the program's all about English, the applications in English, interview in English, and English is not your mother tongue. We know that, so please proofreading, so avoid any grammar errors in your essays because we don't want that. So have someone to read your essays before submitting it. For the second round, I must say that communication is the best. We do send out invitation and will help you to facilitate the communications between the interviewer and yourself. So make sure that be responsive with our email. Make sure that our email not going to your spam box and your answer our email within 24 hours. And then during the interview, just make sure you feel comfortable and talk about the relevant examples that you already talked in your essays. And I think just be yourself, be with your better self, I think so. Answer questions concise to the point. Use relevant examples. And that would be it. So good luck with the application. I really looking forward to reading all of it.
Thank you so much. That sounds a little bit dangerous, don't you think? You're really looking forward to it. So the next question, sixth question. What is the successful alumni cases after SEOV? Wow, I also really want to hear the answer to this question. Oslin, can you help us?
Okay, sure. So I think talking about successful cases after SEO, there would be like a lot. So every class we have a lot of alumni who are really successful in like both their career and also like their um, social engagement to make like positive impact on society. So I think I will name like a few people here. So the first one I want to mention is Annam Nguyen from class of 2011. So he's currently the executive director of SEO-Vietnam, and he's currently the senior investment analyst at Vietnam Investment Group. So Annam has been supporting SEO for the past 4 years. He volunteered his personal time to run the career program of SEO, and also he move up really fast in his career because like back in like 3 years ago I interned as VIG and I had a lot of respect for him. The second one I want to mention is Julie Huang. So Julie graduated from University of Pennsylvania. She's also in the same class with NAM 2011, and she used to be the um, online marketing manager of Zalora and then in Vietnam, and then she moved to Singapore to play a role of CRM campaign manager, and currently she's working at analytic consultant at DBI UK, which is a really large group in like digital analytic in Europe. So she's also the current alumni relation director for SEO Vietnam. So I think that a lot of SEO alumni, after they graduated from the program, they make a lot of success in their career, and also they use their time to give back to the organization, which we really appreciate because like all of the implementation and execution in SEO now are 100% run by our alumni.
Okay, thank you all so much. So now coming to the next question, I want you to just volunteer. If anyone wants to answer this, just volunteer. The next question is, uh, there are many of them who doesn't have a certificate in English or certificate in any of the required uh, required attributes. So do you suggest them how to prove their qualities? Can any of you help answer this question? Is certificates an important attribute in applying for SEO?
I can take this question. So a lot of people ask me, what if I don't take standardized tests like SAT or TOEFL or IELTS? So as I said before, your essays is the main thing that we look at for your English ability. So we make sure that there is free of grammar error. It have to be proofread before submitting. So that's for the English part. The second part is that what if you do a lot of activities but you don't have certificate? So you know that we only have optional attachment that asks you to provide any certificate or anything, but that's totally optional. We look a lot of your experience through the essays, so we make sure that you can tell you, for example, from the academic project at school, or other volunteer or nonprofit organization or professional working experience. Yeah, you don't have certificate for your internship. So certificate is not everything. Just make sure that you can showcase your experience and your knowledge and your English ability in your essay.
Okay, thank you so much. So moving to the next question is there's one person that's asking because she doesn't have enough experiences and she wasn't very active in her role as a student in a university before, but she really want to try and just get out of her box right now. So is there any chance that she can prove to you to us that she has the potential? Is there any way without having to prove that she has past experiences in running organizations or internship before? Anyone willing to answer this question?
I think I can take that question.
Okay.
So for the first part, the working experience, as I said before, there are many positions that do not require working experience. So you can still apply for these positions as long as you think that your skills fit with that and you are able to prove your skills, your ability to the recruiter, then that will be fine. And for the uh, extracurricular activities, right? You said that you haven't participated in a lot of activities. That is totally fine. As long as whatever you did before, you have created an impact and you've learned something, and that there are ways to show it. You can show that in your essay or you can show that in your resume. As long as you have made something that have quantifiable results and you've learned worthwhile lessons from whatever you did, then I think that would still count and that would still make your resume and your application stand out.
All right. Thank you so much, Mylan. We received one question from Ask.fm that asks, Hi SEO-Vietnam, I see one of the desired attributes you offer to select candidates is excellent academic performance. Also, I see the former selected candidates came from famous universities in US and UK. Is it possible to be chosen if I come from a normal university which is good enough GPA? Can someone take this question?
Okay, let me take this question. So first of all, excellent academic performance. So as Thao mentioned before, we have like different criteria for selecting suitable candidates into SEO program, which indicates that you like it doesn't necessary that you are like a top performer in your university to get in the program, but it's about how you highlight what you have that match with our criteria. For example, like in university, I'm not like the top 5% in my class. However, like I know that I have really strong extracurricular activities, and also I participated in some internship before. So I try to highlight that. So it's about how you try to emphasize your strength over like the other parts. Yeah, so we believe that we look at the potential and like how relevant your goals with the program, rather than choosing like the best ones into our career program, because all of the students when get into the program, they improve after. If like you are already a really great student and you don't need a lot of help, so that's maybe not the case. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Osley. The next question. Hi, SEO Vietnam. Since I'm from Hanoi and I want to ask whether the intern salary offered would be enough to cover the basic living expenses in Ho Chi Minh City. Anyone has any experience in living in a place not your home?
So for me, I was interning at IDG's Ventures Vietnam at the Ho Chi Minh City's office, whereas I am from Hanoi. So when I moved to Ho Chi Minh City for an internship, I stay with one of my relatives, but also there are people who stay in the hostel as well. And there are also companies that offer accommodation for interns as well. So it really depends on the company that you apply for. They may also offer salary that covers the living expenses, but that would only comes after you have been selected to SEO and you have a chance to have an interview with a recruiter. So that would be in negotiation with your recruiter.
Okay, thank you so much. So we are
I want to
expecting.
add more.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah, I want to add more to this question. So, yeah, I'm from Hanoi too. I moved into Ho Chi Minh City and I stay with my relatives, like my mom. But a lot of us stay outside, and I think it's really fun if you can, especially for students in Vietnam, like from Hanoi, you stay with your family forever, even in college, right? So moving to Ho Chi Minh City, you rent a place and you have to experience that life, and you have to take care of all the bills, clean your home, and then go to work from 9 to 5, and then like going out having fun at night. I think that's really what would prepare you for the life after graduation. Like what would it really be? And that would give you a glimpse of how it is to live in Ho Chi Minh City. I know a lot of our alumni decided that after the program, they love Ho Chi Minh City and the company so much, but they decide to stay. So without that experience in SEO Vietnam, it's really hard for anyone from Hanoi, right? Move directly to Ho Chi Minh City. So I must say that you might not get compensated a lot, but it's an investment for your future, I believe, and that's really worth it. And there's a lot of fun in Ho Chi Minh City. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's amazing time.
Yeah. Uh, Thank you so much, Thao and Mylan, for your sharing. Next question. It would be great if SEOV sets partnership with firms in Hanoi. Would it be possible in the near future? Osley, can you help us answer this question?
Okay, so actually, in this summer of 2015, we have SEO program in Hanoi. Currently, we are looking for like more staff to implement the program, because like as I already mentioned before, all of the programs like from marketing, recruitment, and operation are 100% run by our alumni, and it depends a lot on our current capacity. So we already know like your really strong expectation about this. So I hope like I strongly believe that we can have SEO program in Hanoi, but like in summer, in the spring, like we only have one in Ho Chi Minh City.
Thank you so much. So, coming to the next part, we will be sharing a little bit of our experiences with SEOV. So, the first thing we would like to share is because there's a lot of SEOV alumni complaining about the workload that 3 months of SEOV was putting on them. So, if you have any experience on such thing, could you mind sharing it with us? Oslin, can you go first?
Okay, so I think there would be a lot of tips actually when you get into SEO. But first thing first, so be really proactive to go and talk to the operation team, the alumni, to because like we have a lot of experience with the program before, so I believe we have some helpful tips for you. My experience is that for the first week, I felt really overwhelmed because we have like internship like all day long, and like after that we gotta be at speaker series event like 6 p.m. and SEO we have the regulation that be on time, which mean that you be early 15 minutes. If you arrive later than that, it means you are late, and we have like a 3 strike system to track the performance of the intern too. So it's kind of stressful in the first few weeks. Yeah, so we have like a calendar, and actually, it's really helpful to start sharing and talking to the other interns to ask for like their tips of time management. So we usually at E2 we build like a calendar of like our common events. So during the week, we will review like how many events we have, so we can estimate the the other time slot left for hanging out and bonding and having fun, because like the SEO program is not just about you work all the time or you study something all the
Yeah.
time. It's not like that. You learn a lot from the people you interact with, and that's make like the most of your experience. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that is my tips. How about the
All
other
right.
alumni?
Thao Thao, do you want to add?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, SLV is super busy, and there's a lot of time that you're gonna have the speaker series right after your work, and in a lot of time you have to stay at work a little bit longer because yeah, your internship is very busy as well. So my advice should be to communicate with your advisor at the very beginning of the program. Explain to them what is SEO-Vietnam and our time requirement, our commitment, so that to make sure that you finish strong both at your company and also at the program. So yeah, make sure to click because you have to stay professional because you are the representative of SOV Vietnam right now, and make sure that you get the job done at your company.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Thao Thao. Melanie, you also want to add something?
So for me, I think that, my SEO experience is really great, given that it's very tiring, and this is the first time that I've stretched myself so much. But then only then can I realize my strengths and weaknesses and realize what my limits. So I don't think that it is too much. And I think that all the activities are very exciting, then though you wouldn't feel tired when you come to the activities. And I don't know how people are complaining about it, but then all my SEO buddies have like showed up for most of the events, and even after the event, we hang out till midnight. So yeah, that wouldn't be a big problem.
Thank you so much, Mylan. So the next question that we receive is, I am a marketing student. However, as can be seen, most of your firms providing internship are financial firms. Do I have a chance here?
Okay, let me take this question. So, as you can see from the employer partner list, yeah, in the past we used to focus a lot on finance and investment. However, now SEO are expanding to more industry and more areas in career. So, for example, like in my year, I believe there are at least like student participating in marketing internship. So Thao, our recruitment director, she's also at that time she was also interning for marketing at Tiki.vn, like the really large e-commerce firm in Vietnam. For me, I'm currently working at Everest Education, and our team are always welcoming new marketing interns. So we are always in the employer partner list in SEO program. So I also believe that that should not be the problem. We also have like other companies who like looking for marketing interns. So you should totally not worry about that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Jocelyn. The next question, what are the most weakness of local Vietnamese candidates during the application progress? Thao Thao, can you help us with this?
Uh, yeah. Well, I think the weakness might be the English communication skills because, SEO-Vietnam, a lot of students from abroad, and you must say that we have advantage for that. But we also understand that this is a barrier between local and abroad students. So don't be worried too much about this because we know that which students from local university and which from overseas. So we try to balance that. Just make sure that if it's better, you can have a standardized test to show that you're really working really hard for your English skills, or proofread your essays as I mentioned before. Make sure that you can convey your thoughts and ideas without having a lot of error. But for me, you don't really need to focus on your weakness in doing an application. Focus on your strengths instead. So there's a lot of community service and volunteers opportunity in Vietnam, and I believe that local students very active with that. So if I were you, I would not be worried too much about your weakness, but focus on your strength to make your application shine.
Okay, thank you so much, Thao Thao. The next question we received, SEO Spring 2016 is SEO Spring 2016 a full-time training, and how much time per week do we have to join SEO? I think I can answer this question. So besides the internship, full-time internship that you have to do at our partner firm in weekdays, on weekends you also have to join in our trainings in both Saturday and Sunday. And also in weekday, usually on weeknights of Wednesday, we do have career talks or speaker series that you also have to join. That is why we were always saying that SEOV is a 3-month internship program that eventually after it you will receive a lot of like experiences and improve yourself a lot through like our program. So that's my answer. Next question. Um, how to Okay, so this is a very long question. I have already graduated from a bachelor's degree in business administration since in June 2014. Then I continued my master degree in international economics in September 2014 in finance. However, I stopped my master studies since Jan 2015 and worked voluntarily until this summer. Am I eligible for this program? So what she says is she finished her bachelor in June 2014, but then continued her master degree until January 2015. So is she eligible? Tata, can you help me? I think you are muting, Tao.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's
Okay,
fine.
so the short answer should be yes, you will be eligible to apply for the program. And the long answer should be we accepting both undergraduate and graduate students. So as long as you are still graduate student, you are eligible to apply to this program. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Tao. Another question that we received. Can you tell again when will the final results be released? I guess
Um,
the final result. Oh, yeah, okay. Osli, you can take this.
Oh, can I think yeah, I can take this for because yeah, I know the process. So the final result, you will know about it at the end of December, probably before Christmas. So you'll still have a good, wonderful vacation time. So that's it. And I think Auslin wants to talk a little bit more about local student as she's a local student who applied to SEO Vietnam.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, I want to add more details to follow up with the questions like what are the common weaknesses of local student when applying to our program. So my first experience is that as local student, you are basically kind of inexperienced in applying for internship and jobs. So the first advice should be do your homework, which is like research a lot. I think in the application into SEO, beside all of the essay, you have to submit your resume, and this is a really important decide success round or not, because most of the local student, you do a lot of activities, but then you don't know how to present it concisely and accurately to the employer partners, and that is like one of the critical part. So go online, Google the resume template. I believe you can find a lot of good examples on the internet, or you can also participate in our offline information session where we have our resume training, which is really helpful. So you can imagine that for every resume, the assessor, they will spend like maximum 1 minute to skim all of your activities. So you have only 1 minute to highlight all of your past experience to make you stand out. So be really careful with presenting resume, because in the past I received like a resume of 6 pages, I think, from like local student, and that would be like a really big challenge for you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Oslin. I guess we have covered all of the questions that we received from YouTube. So now, in order to fill up the time, do you guys want to share your most memorable moments that you have in SEOV? How about that? Okay, Hank, then can you go first? What's your most like memorable
Okay.
moments?
One of the most memorable moments, I think, like for the last night before the presentation of any project, kind of everyone really get involved in that and stay a little bit late, like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. But I found like it's very interesting because that's the time that I can see the feeling like very enthusiasm and also the feeling of commitment of everyone. And besides that, it can say that it's a chance for me and my group mate also see the process of what we have learned, what we have done in the project, and see any improvement on that. And after finish all of the presentation, all of the materials, we all found okay, so good, we are superhero that we can finish it, and we are very proud of that. And of course, that for the presentation, yeah, everything, even that it's good or bad, we all found the interesting and challenging that we have learned a lot during the journey.
Thank you, Hạnh Ding. How about you, Mylan? What's the moment that you
I
remember most?
think, well, I think the most memorable moment for me would be the closing ceremony. So this is the moment when everyone feels very close to each other, and we just didn't want to leave. But there are people who would need to be who would need to leave on the next morning. We just don't want to go home. And after the ceremony, we went to Bùi Viện and the street. Enjoy the street food over there, and we
Yeah.
stay there for the whole night, talk to each other. And I still remember my friend who took an early flight, and she's still there until 8 a.m. in the morning. So that was really memorable.
Thank you so much. We will take another sharing from, okay, Osley. How about you?
Okay. talking about my class, I think I have lots of memorable moments with my fellow interns. If I can get to choose one, I will choose the field trip to Cần Thơ. So we visited Việt Artisan, which is a like a non-profit organization in Vĩnh Long, and we visited them to actually see how the process work and try to help them in our community service project. So we spent like 2 days and 1 night in Cần Thơ and Vĩnh Long, and all of the interns, we were pretty excited, like taking pictures together in traditional clothes like áo dài and ba ba, which is really fun because like never before we actually like put those clothes on ourselves. It's a really great bonding time, and I think like the next moment would be the closing ceremony. So actually it was a really emotional night. So the organizing committee of that event were actually like my fellow interns. So we play like different games, and like the moment the event ended, I knew that like I'm not gonna see them again real soon. So like I started feeling really emotional, but like it was a really great experience.
Thank you so much, Jocelyn. So I think this is the end of our webinar tonight. Thank you so much, the guest speakers, for spending your time with us. And also, thank you so much, the attendants who are also dedicated to know more about SOV. If you still have any question, please email it to us or ask us on our mainnet Facebook page. I'm really looking forward to receiving your applications. Remember, the deadline is in 30th of September. Try to start it as soon as possible. And thank you all again very much. Have a good night, everyone.